everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Heidi from My Reading Life, and I'm here today to film my September TBR check-in and book haul. And as you can tell from the sound of my voice, I've been sick. I've had laryngitis, and so that is why you have not seen me for any videos for such a long time. I mean, I was out of town a week ago. The first weekend in October, I was out of town traveling for my birthday, which you will have seen my birthday vlog in Boston, and that was great fun. And then I got sick with a cold, not COVID, just a regular old cold, and lost my voice. And so there were several days when it was impossible for me to film. So it's still a bit hoarse and raspy, but we're gonna go with it because I feel like I'm way behind where I want to be for it being October the 11th. So let's check in on the old TBR balance, shall we? Here's my little chart. I read a total of 14 books in September, which was excellent. I read off my shelf, of those 14, the ones that were read physically off my shelf were 10. I brought in 5 physical books. I did not unhaul any, so that gives me a -5 for the month, leading us to our lowest total so far in 2022, 111 books on my physical TBR. Please enjoy that number because it is not lasting in the month of October, I can tell you that. So yeah, I did really well in September. Of course, my reading was back down to my normal level after having read 30 books in 30 days and doing the 30 books in 30 days project in August. 14 books is much more my typical amount of books that I would read in a month. And I did read some chunky books in the month of September, but overall, I'm real pleased with that progress to getting the TBR down to 111 books. So the other thing that happened in September is I got a new Kindle. Yeah, I'm so excited by this Kindle because I had the old original version of the Kindle I had purchased in, I think, 2011. It had the keyboard on there. It was getting to the point where it wouldn't hold a charge. And it was doing some other funky things. There was a line, you know, like the bottom little bit of the screen was like when your TV, you know, back in the old days when your TV used to go and you used to have like a band in the TV screen that, you know, the picture didn't come in. That was what my Kindle was doing. And so way back in July, I ordered a new Kindle and it took 2 months and a call to Amazon customer service and some like lots of time spent on the phone with Amazon customer service to actually get a Kindle out of these people. Like, I don't understand what the problem was. It was a whole convoluted mess. But anyway, got a new Kindle. This is the book that I'm currently reading on it. So excellent. I put a little one of these pop socket dude things. It's the first time in my life I've ever owned anything with one of these on it. But it's awesome for, you hold it in bed. You could turn, I mean, it lights up. It's water resistant. Yeah, the new Kindle Paperwhite. This is just the 8 GB version, you know, like the very basic model. I did buy it without ads because I think it's worth my $20 to not have ads on here. And I am loving this thing, especially for reading in bed at night. It's fabulous. So that was a new purchase in September as well. So what new books did I bring in the month of September? Well, the first one is one you've already seen. I read this book in September, and so I've already talked about it. This is Love on the Brain by Hazelwood, and this is a contemporary romance novel by the author of, her previous book was The Love Hypothesis, which I read and really enjoyed. I read this one and really enjoyed it. If you like humorous, modern, contemporary romance with quirky characters in the science field, you know, give this a try. I find the dialogue to be really, really fun. And then there were 4 other books that I brought in the month of September. The first of those was another Salman Rushdie book. This collection of essays, Step Across This Line, collected nonfiction 1992 to 2002. These are his earlier essays. I read his more recent essay collection in September, and I just wanted to read more Rushdie. So I picked this one up, and Britta and I will be buddy reading this sometime in the future. I really do like Rushdie's nonfiction work, a whole bunch. And then I went to the book fair, the Scholastic Book Fair at my at the school where my daughter is student teaching and my sister teaches, and got 2 books at the book fair. I picked up Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. This is the first book in a middle grade fantasy series. I've seen several booktubers talk about this series, and I really have enjoyed some middle grade fantasy series, and so I was looking for a new one to sort of jump into. I really like the Nevermore series, and I can't think of any of the other ones off the top of my head, but I really do enjoy a middle grade fantasy once in a while, so I thought I would like to try this one. And then this book, which I had never heard of, but it says it's the 20th anniversary edition of The Skin I'm In by Sharon G. Flake. This is a sort of just a contemporary book. It was, you could tell, is written a couple decades ago, but this is about a young person who is bullied in school and what happens to this young person when a new teacher comes to their school. And this has won some awards and has a foreword by Jason Reynolds, who I really like his writing as well. So I really thought this cover was quite striking, and I'm really a sucker for young people's fiction that has awards on it. So I was glad to pick that one up. And then last but not least, I picked up Anything is Possible by Elizabeth Strout. This is the second book in the group of books that are all having to do with Lucy Barton. And I read and enjoyed in August My Name is Lucy Barton. And then this is the second book that Elizabeth Strout wrote about these characters. And then the third book is O William. And the new book, Lucy by the Sea, just was released last week or a couple weeks ago. So I wanted to read them in order because I'm a person that really likes to read books in order. And so said I'll grab this one, and I actually got this one from Paperback Swap, so this one didn't cost me anything, which is fabulous. And Elizabeth Strout does seem to, at least in this group collection of books about the same characters, writes quite short pieces of fiction. And I think these are short stories all about the town that Lucy Barton came from. So looking forward to that. So those are the books that I brought in the month of September, brought in a Kindle, and got my TBR down to 111 books. If you watched my vlog from last weekend when I went to Boston, you can tell how the month is going so far with my acquisitions. What can I say? It's my birthday month. It is what it is. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well and finding some good books to read, and I will talk to you later.